My name is Nimi Akinkugbe. I'm the CEO of Bestman Games, which is the African distributor of customized editions of Hasbro Games, including the world-famous Monopoly board game. I grew up playing board games myself. I grew up on Scrabble, Ludo, Snakes and Ladders, Monopoly, chess, all these games. And it was just such an incredible time with my siblings and our parents, just playing and learning and bonding. And I just find that those times are almost, lost for this generation who was so digital. And it was so important for us to bring it back. But really, I got into this because of my banking background in terms of personal financial management. When I was a banker, I saw a lot of positive things about people understanding about money, but I also saw people that didn't know anything about it and got into problems not having insurance, or very wealthy people spoiling their children and not being able to pass on wealth from one generation to the other. So we started bringing our clients' children into the bank to play a board game called Winning Teams. And that was the first time that I thought, oh, I'd love to have my own board game. And then I came across this amazing opportunity with Hasbro. I didn't realize that you could actually customize the editions, because I grew up on the London edition with Mayfair, Park Lane, Old Kent Road. And so I just approached them and said, I want to do this for Africa. And so they gave me, well, I can't say they just gave it to me, it took 2 years of negotiations. And then I got the franchise for 48 African countries. Yes. Well, we think we're a leading games company, but we want to be the leading African games company. We want to be developing games here. With the experience we've garnered, a lot of people are coming to us now, which is very exciting. So I have about 25 games that people have developed, interesting concepts, mathematics games and innovation and knowledge, all sorts of different types of games, history and culture, that people who don't have the resources or know-how to take it to market. So they're bringing it to us to see if we can develop them for them. There's some amazing games. We'd like to look at doing at least one or two of those next year. But we want to, every game that we create must engage, educate, and entertain. We do believe in technology, and so we will always have a digital version. But we do feel that part of the problems of society, of the world indeed, is that people are no longer sitting down together, lying on the floor and just playing games, which I think is such an important part about bonding. We have a monthly games night at Terra Culture, which is featured on the Lagos edition. And yesterday by 3 o'clock it was oversubscribed. So every month about 50, 60 people come to just play board games. It's the last Thursday of every month. And we hope that from next year we should do the same thing in Bogobiri. That would be awesome. People register. So that's Money Matters with Nimi or Bestman Games. You can go to our platforms and register. And it's free of charge. And you can imagine the networking, but also learning about property and saving, investing, negotiation, building, developing your property, paying your taxes. It's such a, Monopoly is much more than a board game. It teaches real, serious concepts of financial management, which is what our objective has been. This one is really special and hot off the press. Okay. It's the first African electronic banking edition of Monopoly, so we're delighted with that. It's cashless, so you play it with the debit cards and the POS machine. So it's just great. Now this is probably one of the most exciting things I've done in my entire life. Having garnered some experience from doing this with Hasbro, we turned 5 years old this year, and we decided to have our own proprietary board game. So this is our first game. And the concept started about 2 years ago. But then the devaluation of the Naira and the recession happened. Right. And suddenly the costs of foreign exchange and so on made it very, very difficult to put it together. So it's taken a long time to come to bear. And then I thought, what is there in a board game? Paper, cardboard, innovation, creativity, we've got all that right here. So it was about what can we do to do this game here. And so we approached a printer, Onward Paper Mills, and that's what they produced all here in Nigeria. The plastic tokens were a challenge, and I look forward to a time when I can get all my plastic from the lagoon, recycled plastic, to make all our tokens. But with this, we use 3D technology. Okay. So they were printed by 3D printing. No, we don't do that at all. We don't have the network. But the major stores, people like Spar and Quintessence and La Turner, so the Spar is all over the country, so straight away it'll be in Enugu, Calabar. Now the challenging one is we've got orders from the Philippines and America, so we've now got to think, oh, we may be exporting a Nigerian game globally, which is an exciting prospect. We didn't sort of think about that initially, but it's a global game. It's not a Nigerian game. And even though it's the Bible game, it's not only for Christians. It's just a really fun game. The Bible game it's a quiz game, so it's teaching you about the Bible. The aim of the game is to save souls for Christ. Wow. The winner of the game is the person that saves the most souls. And you cannot save a soul if you don't know the word. Wow. So you're tested. If you get it right, you win a soul. If you get it wrong, you lose a soul. Cross River is like the tourist capital of Nigeria. So it's got, you can imagine the tourist sites of Budu Ranch and the Gorilla Reserve, and it's got so much in it. Monopoly was amazing because it's tourism, as you said, it's finance, and then it's got the family bonding. You're penalized for doing the wrong thing, and you're rewarded for doing the right thing. So there's ethics in there, the environment. You're not allowed to bribe a police officer. You're not allowed to, you have to pay your taxes, or you'll go to Kiri Kiri jail. Kiri Kiri is on it, you know. So it has all that molded into it. But then that gave us the capacity to start to think of other games. And I've really worried about societal values. And because I'm an Anglican, a Christian, I felt that the Christian values are values that I can stand for and just put out there. Spend some time during the holidays, and not just during the holidays, with your family. Come together, sit down, chat, talk, play games. And all the games will always engage, educate, and entertain.